Blitz coming. Warner has it batted again. This time it's Otis Smith coming off the corner. And this defense is sky high.
It's not only sky high, but what you're seeing is that the Patriots are not going to sit back and let the Ram offense take them apart. Nice job by Otis Smith timing his jump and keeping an eye on Kurt Warner. We've seen 2 passes, short passes, 2 balls batted down. Look for Mike Martz to put it up down the field where the guys rushing won't have an easy time getting to it.
Zahir Hakeem comes in as the 3rd wide receiver. He's number 81. Good protection for Warner. Bruce to midfield and into New England territory. Ty Law made the tackle, but nobody is going to be able to cover Isaac Bruce that long.
Boy, I'll tell you what, when you give Kurt Warner any time, he's going to complete it. But when you give him all the time, watch this. There isn't a blue jersey even close to Kurt Warner.
Look at that offensive line. And Kurt just waits for Isaac Bruce to work against Ty Law. You're right, Paul. He may be able to cover him in a short distance, but not when Kurt has a weak back there to look for him.
And Warner, one of the most accurate passers of all time. Falk, the deep man in the eye. He'll get the toss. And Falk will lose a yard.
Carried by Marshall Falk. Stop made by number 3.
You saw the great pass blocking of the Rams 2 plays ago. They start up front with Orlando Pace, the first pick in the '96 draft, and Frank Garcia filling in for the injured Tom Newton. Andy McCollum is the center. Adam Timmerman, the 7-year veteran with 88 career starts, and Ryan Tucker, the right tackle. 2nd and 12. Warner short set again, and this one is dropped right in the hands of Torrey Holt.
If the St. Louis Rams have an Achilles heel, it is the fact that they throw the ball so much, they drop balls. Drop balls when they're wide open. Torrey Holt wide open inside, perfectly thrown pass, and it's knocked down. When they get behind in games or when they struggle, it's because their receivers don't hang on to the football.
3rd and 12. Three wide receivers, tight end, and 1 setback. Blitz coming, pressure on Warner, throws over the middle to Bruce, but it's well short. They stop him at the 46-yard line. Ty Law with excellent coverage again.
When you see Kurt Warner stand that long, first of all, it's a nice job by the offensive line. But the other thing that he's getting is multiple looks from this New England defensive secondary, and he's just not sure where he wants to throw it.
Troy Brown. Now Brown trotting up as the Rams line up in a different formation that gives them an indication they might have a trick play. So nobody back. And Baker with a low line drive kick. It will go inside the 10-yard line. Be down at the 8. A 38-yard kick, no return. So the Rams, Kurt Warner, Marshall Falk and company come up empty on their opening drive. The New England secondary, and if you heard the beginning of our broadcast, if you're an athlete, if you're a competitor, you want to face the best. They stared them down in the first series. Play action by Brady. A lot of time. Throws underneath the tight end Rod Rutledge, only his 3rd catch of the year.
And that's what the Patriots are going to have to do on offense. Get the ball up the field. Antoine Smith, I think he needs his 3rd 100-yard-plus rushing game to be able to offset any rush that the Rams might bring. Troy Brown, all he does is make first downs. 2nd in the AFC in receptions going into tonight's game. And Tom Brady, he's got to be a playmaker. He's got to make plays. He's got to get the ball downfield, and they're going to have to get touchdowns.
Brady has struggled a couple of games, but 11 touchdown passes, 5 picks. This one, a fight for it at the 7-yard line. Threw it into a group.
Well, this was supposed to be a screen. I said supposed to be.
Scanina and Ahanatu knew it was a screen before Troy Brown did.
Well, you get to see what Troy Brown sees. All those people around there, There's just nowhere to go. That's one of those things you airmail it somewhere.
Well, that's one of those balls that when you got all those people around you, you're better off dropping it. Because they ended up losing 7 yards on the play.
3rd and 10. New England with 5 wide receivers. Brady steps up, throws Falk. McCleon with the interception. Right through the hands of Kevin Falk. And Dexter McCleon with a gift interception.
Well, here's an opportunity. 2 things can happen here. One, Brady could have run the ball and might have been able to pick up the first down. Here goes Brady. Look at the center of the field. There is just nobody in the center of the field. Now he just throws a hard ball to Falk, and it goes up in the air.
Nah, he's got to make that catch. He has an opportunity for a first down. You didn't see it right there, but it really goes right through his hands, bounces off his chest, and the Ram defense, very opportunistic early in this football game. The load falls back again on New England's defense.
McCleon with his 3rd pick of the season. Last year he had 8. Falk. Nice cutback inside the 15-yard line. Bobby Hamilton got him around the ankles.
Marshall Falk, you know, when you look at him, Michael, the things that he does, and the first thing that anyone ever says about him, other coaches, all of their players, and everybody that knows him, he is a very, very smart football player.
40 catches, leads the team, even though with all the time he has missed, averaging 5.7 a carry. And last week, in the first half alone, he gained 183 yards rushing against Carolina. Now that has to qualify as a gadget play, as they got Ernie Conwell, the fullback or the tight end in the backfield, and give him the ball, and Anthony Pleasant just creamed him.
I talked to Mike Martz down on the field, and he said Ernie Conwell is so important to this offense. The other tight ends may get the catches, but he is so vital to what we do. We use him out of the backfield, as you saw. We use him as a pass receiver, but he does a great job on blocking.
We give him the ball one more time like that, and he won't be a vital part of this.
He falls into the Jim Finn category.
Warner again, great protection over the middle. Touchdown, Holt.
Ty Law, man-to-man on Holt.
Just
that was easy.
All the time in the world to sit in the pocket and look.
Torrey Holt is the number 88. Just watch this. He's going to end up with Ty Law. Ty Law takes a deep man, and there it is, man-to-man. Look at this throw. And that was a little bit behind.
Oh, you get
a little bit.
You're so picky.
You got a guy out front. You got to leave him in the front. What a beautiful pass. What a great protection.
Kurt Warner not only had all day, there wasn't a defender within 5 yards of him. He gets a perfect look at everything and throws a strike to Torrey Holt. Rams on top in a hurry. Up here of just old churches and just magnificent architecture and history in New England. Kevin Falk on the return. Tackle shy of the 25. Tom Brady has had one series through one interception. Back in a moment. Bledsoe nearly perfect. 5 touchdowns, no interceptions, including tonight. He is 6-6 since the last one, however, not his fault. Antoine Smith on the toss. Picks his way out to the 28-yard line. Drew Bledsoe, the 3-time Pro Bowler, a severe chest injury the 13th of September. Without him from 93 to 2000, the team was 1-6. It says something about Tom Brady that without him this year, they are 5-2.
It also says that he only missed 7 games in that period of time.
Yes,
shows
sir.
how tough Drew's been.
He proved a couple of years ago when he had that broken finger and played anyway how tough he was, what a great leader he was. Smith on the draw, cuts it outside. Couple of nice moves. dives for the sticks at the 35-yard line. McCutcheon and Aeneas Williams were there.
Defensively, what the Rams have to do is Grant Wisterman, he's got to get in Brady's face. By that, I mean, here's a young quarterback. Don't let him sit back here and get comfortable. Adam Archuleta, stop Antoine Smith. He was not at the line of scrimmage to do it on that play. That's what he's got to do. And Aeneas Williams, don't let a big play get deep on him. And I can assure you that Aeneas Williams, as smart as he is, does not allow that to happen.
It won't happen.
It won't happen.
It's true.
8 new starters on that Ram defense, including Aeneas Williams. They come in ranked 4th in the league defensively. Antoine Smith, McCleon has to make the tackle again, but not until he gets to the 39. And one of the reasons this defense is better, along with better personnel, is that guy, Lovie Smith. He told him the first day of training camp, everybody runs to the ball. I want 11 guys on the ball when somebody's on the ground. And if they don't do it even in practice, they get yanked off the field, and everybody runs to the ball. Good protection for Brady. Dumps it off. Smith out to the 43, down to Susie. More on that Ram defense.
And Mike, it's been a remarkable turnaround for the Rams D. Last year, they allowed the most points in the NFL, 471. They were trampled for an average of 29.4 a game. This season, almost 2 touchdowns less per game, and from close to the bottom of the pack to top 5. But you know what? Lovie Smith still grades them out as a B or B minus. Plenty of room for improvement. But again, more on him. They view him as one of the most special people they have ever had the privilege of being coached by.
Susie, every defensive player we talked to said so many good things about the defensive coaches, Lovie Smith and the rest. Highly respected by the guys that play for them. Brown on a little flanker screen, shakes one tackle, gets out to the 45-yard line. Adam Archuleta, the rookie safety out of Arizona State, made the tackle.
You know, we were talking to the Rams defense, Joe, and these guys, the first thing they say when you talk to Aeneas Williams and Wisterman, those guys, you know, what is the big difference? Because there are a lot of new players, Aeneas being one and Wisterman being one of the guys that stay. They said it starts right with the coaching staff. These are the guys that have made the difference in this team.
And one word describes the way they've been approaching it on both sides of the ball, really, is they're detail-oriented. Everybody has to be in specific spots.
Tom Brady, 4 out of 5 so far, but only 6 yards and an interception, and now movement up front. Was it Joe Andruzzi, the right guard, or did the Rams jump first?
I believe it was Joe Andruzzi.
False start. Number 6-3. Offense.
But you know what?
Penalty. 3rd down.
I like the fact that you have a young quarterback and he's going to hard counts. Now, some coaches are not willing to give that much flexibility to a young quarterback. Charlie Wise, the offensive coordinator, feels like Tom Brady's got the full package. There he is at the center position. A little bit of hard down. Hut. There goes the hut. Rams, nice discipline.
He hard counted his own man.
That's the problem sometimes. You don't want to fool the guys on your side.
3rd and 9. Brady steps up under pressure and goes down the sack to Leonard Little. He has 9 this year, and boy, does he get off the ball.
Well, he just, Robinson Randall, who is the right side tackle, I mean, he just goes around him, Leonard Little. I mean, it wasn't even slowed down. Watch it, coming from the top side. Bang, right there. Just, you don't slow the defensive end down, he's going to get there.
Ken Walter to punt it away. One of the most dangerous return men in the league is back there, Zahir Abdi.
Oh, great kick.
What's a beauty. Back to the 5. Nowhere to go. 57-yard kick. No return. Mike Vrabel, the linebacker, was down and pinned him at the sideline. 7-0 Rams. Back in a moment. Bill Belichick said these guys are so explosive, we have to be able to survive the initial onslaught. It's 7-0 right now. For Mike Martz, it is a 60-minute air show.
And this Mike Martz has a reputation for being ruthless. The way you do that is you go for the juggler. I wouldn't be surprised he goes play action and goes up top.
Falk Beautiful job of following his blockers all the way to the 13-yard line.
It's a pinball machine.
Well, you look at classic run. You look at him laughing. He got in behind that offensive line and the blockers in front of him, and he just didn't slow down. Marshall Faulk, those were all the blockers are, what he has to do, and it was just kind of neat watching him.
Timmerman, Tucker, the right guard, right tackle. As a quarterback, you have the best seat in the house when a running back jumps on their back and just picks up 9 yards.
They've had a lot of two tight end sets with Conway.